Day 2 then, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. Let's get warmed up. So, just like yesterday, we're going to start with a march, getting ourselves warmed up, getting ready for the workout ahead. So we're getting the heart pumping, we're getting the blood circulating, we're getting the breathing going, and we are getting our head in the right place to tackle this session. Getting energized now. So let's just move up into a light jog. Just really easy. Think about keeping the joints nice and loose. Just stay loose, just let it happen. Upper body day today. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be sculpting the arms, especially the upper arms, the shoulders, chest, back. And if you're sticking around for the full session, we're going to be hitting the abs as well. Fantastic upper body workout. We're going to be using weights today, so make sure those are ready. You can get those ready between the warm-up and the main workout if you haven't done that already. Let's get the knees up a little bit higher now. Start getting that heart rate up. Ready for the session ahead. We're going to be building some lovely, lean, firm muscle tissue today. Also strengthening the bones. And it'll also be working on your cardiovascular fitness because we're going to be moving, we're going to be getting the heart rate up by lifting weights that challenge you. And the great thing about sessions like this, when you challenge yourself with heavy weights, it gets your metabolism up, which means you're burning fat, you're burning a lot of fat during the session, but you're also burning more fat than you normally would be during your recovery after the session, long after the session's over. Okay, let's go into speed bag now. So, I'm going to stand with my feet wide apart, slight squat, slight bend in the knee. Knees are going in the same direction as the toes there. And look, just rotating the fists. Become a bit closer so that you can see. So it's like I've got a speed bag here. Getting the upper body warmed up. Rotating the fists. Be careful in this exercise. When I first started doing these, I had a tendency to punch myself in the face. That's not what you want to do, is it? Especially not right in the warm-up. That's enough to put anyone off. So just keep an eye on where your fists are going. And maybe don't do it too vigorously until you've got the technique. Okay, so a few more seconds of this. And then we're going to reverse it opposite direction. So again, start off slow. And keeping that squat position with the legs quite wide. So we just activate the lower body a little bit. Getting those muscles engaged for a little bit of extra value from the exercise. As you're probably starting to realise, I'm all about getting the optimal results for the time we're putting in. So that's why quite often in my exercises you're working multiple parts of the body. Quite often the whole body is having to be engaged in order to perform the move. And that's how we get optimal fat burning results, optimal body sculpting benefits for the time we're putting in, because I want you to get the most out of it. Now we're going to do skate and reach. So you start off by just stepping out to the side and reach over. Step it in, reach over. How's that feel? Really reach through. You get that stretch right through the back, right down. I can feel that right from here, right down to there. I'm really reaching out through the hands. Now, let's speed it up a little bit. Reaching over. Can you give me a bit of a hop? Just do what's comfortable for you, as always, with your own pace. Takes a while to get these movements right. It's just about learning it. When you learn the pattern, your brain learns the pattern. You have to do it almost subconsciously. You won't need to think about it so much. But at first, you might need to be slow, stepping in. Let's just bring that stretch down a little bit. Bending from the hip again. Getting that stretch into the lower back. And back up. And this time over. Either side. Now, remember we did that punch and knee raise yesterday? Let's get that going again. So it's punch, punch, knee raise. Just ignore what I did there. I don't know what I was doing. Punch, punch, knee. To where it's comfortable to you. Punch, punch, knee. Punch, punch, knee. Go at your own pace. But punch like you mean it. You can do that. Get your shoulder behind it. Think about punching out those negative feelings. All the stress of whatever's going on in your life. Get rid of it. This is some time for you to focus on being healthy, strong, positive, and the best you can be. Now, I'm just going to stand with one leg a little bit further forward, both legs bent. I'm just going to have my arms supported on here. I'm just going to do like a front crawl motion. So the arms a little bit bent, I'm just rotating it forward. A few times. I'm also getting a little bit of a stretch through that back leg. So I'm pushing the heel down towards the floor. Other side now, so just to show you from the side. Just a slight bend in the back leg, front leg bent. I'm going to do that front crawl motion. Loosening up the shoulder here is the main objective of this. Getting that shoulder nice and loose. I can also feel the stretch down through my side and in the back, and the upper back. Okay, back to the first arm. I'm just going to circle it back in the same way. Really get right round through the range that you've got. You might not be able to make as big a circle as me. You might be able to get your arm further back. But just work through the range that's comfortable for you. And that's how we get more flexible. In a lot of ways, it can be more effective than holding a static stretch because you're moving through. You're teaching the body to move through those tight areas. Okay. Now I'm just going to squat down a little bit and reach up. Move it over to one side and the other. And again, just get nice deep breath in and out. And now, I think we're ready to get to work on those guns. Okay, nice and warm now, and I want to give my arms full range of motion, so I've got rid of my jacket, I've got my weights set up. You're going to need at least 2 different weights today, because in some of the exercises you're going to be using larger muscles than others. Your larger muscles are going to be stronger, you can lift more weight with those muscles than the smaller muscles. So to really make sure you're challenging yourself and getting the most out of the time you're putting into this session, you need a lighter weight and a heavier weight, both of which should challenge you in the particular exercise you're using them. I've also got some water ready, which you should always have handy so you can take a sip during the sessions. First of all, okay, first set, we've got 3 exercises. We're going to go through it twice. First exercise is tricep push-up. I've never met anyone who said this is their favourite exercise, so don't worry about it if you find it hard. There's a reason why I'm putting it in early, I want to get it out of the way for you, but it's also, I want you to enjoy it because I want you to realise that you're working so many muscles in this exercise. It's going to really make a difference for you. It especially targets the tricep muscle along the back of the arm, which people are always telling me they want to tighten, that they want to sculpt, they want to see that nice firm muscle coming through on the back of the arm. Very sexy on both men and women, so let's get to work on that. You're also going to be working the core. You're going to be working the abs, so you're working on your six pack here, getting all this nice and tight, getting it sculpted, getting it strong, very functional too. So, first time through, I'm going to demonstrate on the knees. Each of these exercises I'm going to do for 10 repetitions. If you can manage 10 repetitions comfortably, then it's time for you to either do a more advanced version or pick up heavier weights. So, the same as the press that we did yesterday, you want a straight line through the body. Hips are tilted forward, so you've got a nice straight line, you're not like this. Unless you are an absolute beginner and you want to be doing the box version, which is more like that, fine. If that's relatively easy, if you can get to 10 repetitions doing that, then I prefer you to be like this, so you're further forward. I prefer you to be in this position. Let's go. For 1. Count for yourself because 2. I can't always count and give you the cues you need while you go. So I need you to count for yourself in these exercises. Try and put as much weight as you can on the hands. Now your hands are narrow here. Your upper arms are brushing against your rib cage as you come down. That's how you're going to get it into the tricep, the back of the arm. If your hands are wider, it's going to be more of a chest exercise, which is not what we're doing here. We're going to do those later. Down and up. Get to your 10, and then slowly get to your feet. So, next exercise, we're going to do the back. So we've worked kind of the front of the body because the chest was getting involved in that. Now we're going to work the back with a wide bent over row. So, first time you do these exercises, you'll be just finding out what weight works for you. And that's fine. That's part of the process when you first, start learning to exercise with weights. You're learning about which weights you need for which areas of the body. Slight bend in the knee. Start off with a nice, tall, straight posture. And then you're going to hinge forward from the hips, keeping that straight back, keeping the knees bent, and then you're going to row them up and out. Elbows going out to the sides. It's a wide row. So I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together here. Keeping the back flat. Don't let the back arch. And this is how you're going to get the whole body involved. Feel how the whole rest of the body has to be tense and stable in order to control that movement, in order to keep you in that posture. Squeeze it up, control it down. Don't just drop them down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, control it down. When you get to 10, that's time to finish. We don't do tons and tons of reps in my workouts, usually. Once you get to 10 repetitions, then it's time to think about lifting a heavier weight because we want you outside of that comfort zone, okay? We're going to do the Arnold press now. So, start with your palms are facing the shoulders, elbows are bent, your weights are out in front of you here, and then you're going to bring them out to the sides, turning the palms forward, and then you're going to press them together up over your head. So let me come back so you can see the full move here. So the palms face the body, turn them around, press them up. Control on the way down. That's very important. Keep the same slow speed when you drive them up as when you come down. Out, so the palms face forward, press them up together, back and down. The weights don't have to touch at the top. You're just bringing the arms so the fists are above shoulders there. Down, up. Control it on the way down. Don't just let them drop. That's part of the exercise too. Keeping those muscles engaged right the way through. It's the rest of your body engaged. It's your midsection good and tight so that you can keep that straight, tall posture. Couple more. Don't forget you need to be counting for yourself. I can't talk and count at the same time. And I think it's more important that I tell you what you should be doing and encourage you through. Drive them up, control it on the way down. Well done. Arnold press is said to have been invented by Arnold Schwarzenegger, so you did a hardcore move there, well done. Let's get back and do that tricep press up. Last time you're going to do these. So, what I'm going to do is demonstrate the version with straight leg, which is a very advanced exercise, but just try it. If you can do, you manage 10 on your knees there, it's time to try this. So you just got, it's a plank position once again, palm underneath each shoulder, straight line through the body, and the elbows come back, brushing the upper arms along the rib cage, right down so the chin just kisses the mat, drive it up, keeping that straight line through the body. Now, if you can't finish a full set of 10 of these, that's okay. Still do as many as you can in that version, and then your knees go down, and you finish up the set like that. You don't have to start off the set like this just because you can't complete the full 10. Start from your toes if you can, do as many as you can, then drop the knees and come back to there to complete the set. And then just keep trying to do 1 or 2 more on your knees every week, and that's when you're going to make progress. Bent over wide row again. Can you lift a bit heavier than you did last time? Did you do 10 pretty comfortably? Always take the time to set up that posture. Good and tall, slight bend in the knee, hinging forward from the hips. And then the weights come up and out. Up and out. So the elbows are going out to the side, palms are facing the legs, back stays flat, focus on that. Keep it all tight and still. The rest of the body stays tight and still. You're just pulling those shoulder blades together, arms are flaring out to the sides. They're not going behind you in this one. Slightly diagonally behind you, but mainly pointing out to the sides so that you're engaging that muscle in the back. Shoulder blades together. Remember to control it on the way down. Don't just drop them back down. Once you've got 10 repetitions, hinge back up and you're down. Okay, so now it's going to be your last chance to take on Arnold Schwarzenegger. So if your weights come, palms facing the shoulders there. Get yourself nice and steady on your feet before you start any weights exercise. And then the palms come out to face forward, bringing the weights up and together. Control on the way down, remember, don't just drop them back. Very slow and controlled. The slower you do this, the better. You don't get any points for doing this quickly at all. You want to control. You want to make it work. You want to get those muscles engaged, controlling the weight through every phase of the exercise. Much better to be going slowly than banging out loads of reps. It probably means your weight's too light for you if you're doing it too quickly. So exhale as you raise the weights up. Inhale when you come down. Remember, keeping the rest of the body tight, supporting this movement. Take your time, control it, drive it up, control it down, right through. Okay, once you've completed 10 reps, that is it for set 1. So, we are a quarter of the way through the workout, or halfway through if you've just seen the YouTube video today. Quick break, sip of water. When we take breaks in these weight sessions, it's not so much about letting the heart rate come down, although that is part of it. It's more about letting the energy get back into the muscles. So don't be thinking, if you're not breathless after that, don't be thinking, I don't need a break because I don't need to get my breath. It's not just about that with weightlifting. It's about getting the muscles ready to go again and to, lift to their max so that you can get the best possible fat burning, body sculpting benefits from the time you're putting in here. So next up, we've got chest fly. That's going to be this one, lying on the floor. We've got curl and press. So you're going to curl it, you're going to press it, and we've got tricep kickback. So think about the different weights that you're going to need, possibly for those. I'm going to get down on the mat now for the chest fly. You might need to be having a lighter weight for these, especially if you're new to them. Might want to be going a little bit lighter than, say, behind the shoulder press. Okay, so knees are bent, back flat to the mat, arms up over the head, and then just take them down a little bit lower. The dumbbells should be at chest height, so just probably above nipple height, not to put too fine a point on it. And then the slight bend in the elbow, but almost straight arms. You're going to bring them slowly out to the sides, squeeze them back up, control it. Out to the sides, squeeze them back up. Concentrate on the chest here. Think about the chest working. Control it on the way down, squeeze it up. Now, our main focus for most people in this exercise is going to need to be controlling the exercise on the way down, because too many people just let the weights drop out to the side and let gravity do the work. That's not it. We want to fight against gravity. That's part of the exercise, is fighting against gravity in this stage and squeezing through the chest to bring them back up. We all want nice firm chests. Men like to have defined chest muscles, and ladies, it's going to make that stuff look perkier on your chest, Going to keep it nice and firm and high where we want it. Squeeze it up. Control it down. Squeeze it up. Don't forget to count for yourself through these, remember. It's just me and you here. I can't talk and count at the same time. I hope you get thereabouts, but it's down to you to count. It doesn't matter, really, how many you do, as long as you've pushed yourself to the limit, as long as you know you've challenged yourself. I'd much rather, actually, you be doing 8 or 9 repetitions and getting to the point where you can't possibly do another one with good form. I'd rather you got to that point than did 10 comfortably, because you're going to get more benefit that way. That's how to train smart. Curl and press. So, I can go a bit heavier here than I could in the chest fly. See what you can do. So, it's a bicep curl. Most important thing about bicep curls, we've all seen these, but a lot of people do it wrong because they let their elbows flare back. You want your elbows into the chest, into the rib cage. Don't have them back here, don't have them here, they're in. Okay, so that's your curl. I'm going to bring it round and press it up. So it's similar to the Arnold press we just did, but I've added in a bicep curl, getting even more value out of the exercise. Curl it up with the elbows in, turn the weights, the palms to face forward, control it up, back down to shoulder height, back into the facing the body again, control it down. Squeeze up, out, over the head, control down, elbows back in, squeeze it up, turn them out, press them up, control it down, right the way down, bringing them back through, don't go too quickly, control it down, keep the shoulders good and tall, squeeze it up, press, control down, up to the front, squeeze it through. Remember, where are your elbows? When you're doing that bicep curl, they need to be pressed against the sides of the waist. Upper arms should be into the rib cage. If they're flowing back here, if you're doing this, swinging the weights up, you might want to choose a lighter weight next time so that you can control it more. It's about doing the maximum reps you can do with control. It's not about swinging things around, having sloppy technique to complete the reps. We want to do it properly because that's what gets results. Pretending to do it, lifting heavier than we actually can, doesn't get results, it doesn't make us change. So, we have got the tricep kickback now. I'm going to do it with just one arm at a time. So, our friend the chair is coming back for this version. So, I'm just going to put a knee on the chair and then my hand on the base of it. Got a weight on the same arm that's outside the chair, and I'm just going to bring my elbow up here, kick it back out behind. So the elbow stays high. The only thing that's moving is that lower part of the arm from below the elbow, pressing the weight out behind me. The rest of the body stays very still, keeping the back flat, keeping everything else stationary, so that all the effort is being done by the tricep muscle on the back of the arm. Hold it for a second at the top if you can. That's what you're aiming towards, holding it up there. You don't swing it again, you control it. Count it up to 10. And when you've got this good 10, you're going to go on to the other side. So, knee goes on the chair. Same arm goes down, same side arm. The leg gets bent, straight back here. Arm into the rib cage once again as we press the lower arm back. So we're just hinging from the elbow, straightening the arm back out behind us. Holding for a second at the top. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. You need to learn to hold the core tight, the midsection of your body tight, and breathe from the chest. Exhale on the effort phase of most of the exercises. So you're exhaling, inhale, blow it out, let it in. And complete your repetitions. So that's set 2. Just once more through those. Starting off with the chest fly again. How was this last time? Did you use the right weight? Did you get to your limit at about 7, 8, 9 repetitions? If you did, that's probably about the right weight for you. If you managed 10 and it felt okay, you probably need to go heavier this time. So, weights above chest level, remember, not above the head, above the chest when it's time for the exercise. Bring them out, slow and controlled, squeeze it in. Slowly, controlled, squeeze. Think about those chest muscles. Squeeze them in. So just think about the arms as levers being controlled by the muscles in the chest. You will feel it in the arms, that's absolutely definitely, but you really want to focus on activating the pectoral muscles in the chest. So, they are the muscles, building your boobies, ladies. They are the muscles that support your breasts. So we want them good and strong. Keep things where we want them and keep us, obviously generally good and strong. Control the way down for the last few. Squeeze in. I think we're at about 10 now. Squeeze it in. Put the weights down first before you come up. Always take your time getting up. So we've got that curl and press again now. Anytime you need to pause the video to change your weight, that's what you should be doing. Make the most out of the time you're putting in here. Don't sell yourself short by lifting a lighter weight than you can. We're doing proper weightlifting exercises here. I'm just guiding you through it. It's time to get strong. It's time to start thinking strong, you know? The way to get through these exercises is you can't be thinking, oh, I can't do it, oh, that's too heavy for me. You've got to ask yourself, well, what if I could? I'm going to see if I can. You don't lose anything, you know, by picking up, as long as you don't go nuts, obviously, by picking up a weight that you can only do 2 or 3 repetitions with. You just go lower. In fact, there's benefit to that a lot of the time. Really going to make your body take notice and realise that it needs to adapt to that heavier load. Now, when you're getting tired, that's when your elbows are going to want to come away from the waist. That's when you have to put extra effort into focusing. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to feel the burn in your muscles. Don't be afraid to be strong. Last one, I think. Drive it up. Control on the way down. Make it count to the very last rep. Did you do 10? If you did, next time you do this video, I was to try and pick up a heavier weight, even if you can only do 5 repetitions for it. I want you to get stronger. Let's get you outside that comfort zone. Curl and press on. So it's tricep kick, back time again now. Chair. You can do these, if you don't want to use a chair, you can just do these standing in the same posture as we had for the bent over row. But it just gives you your body that bit of extra support and lets you really focus on working only that tricep muscle, the back of your arm, if we support ourselves like this. Hold for a second at the top, remember. Don't swing it, please don't swing the whole arm. Just really control it, go slowly on the way down, and make sure the only thing that's moving is the arm from below the elbow. Hinging from the elbow. Squeeze at the top, back down. Flat back through it, hold everything else tight. Once you've done your 10, then you go on to the other side. This is your last exercise in the first part of the workout. If you're not joining us for the second part, it's your last exercise of the day. Unless you want to repeat this first session, which you're very welcome to do. Or you're very welcome to join us over on the website, where we're going to be doing more upper body awesomeness for one set, and then we've got a set where we're going to really hit the abs today. We're going to really work the core, waist, abs, whole midsection. Get that good and sculpted so that we walk away from this workout knowing that we did some good for that area. Awesome, well done. So, what are you going to do now? Are you going to come and join us on the website? Are you going to finish this off with us and really burn out the muscles in the chest? We're also going to be working the back, get those sexy back muscles sculpted, and we're going to be doing the shoulders too, as well as that core set that I just mentioned. So if you want to come and join us, there will be a link for you underneath this video. As I mentioned yesterday, it's not just a website where I post videos. There's so much more on offer, but you really need to just come and see for yourself without me. I can tell you about it, but it's something you really need to experience for yourself. So come along and join us. I'd love to see you in there. Otherwise, you're going to go and cool down now on the website. We're off to smash it. So once again, this is more just a demonstration of stretches that you can do. I'm not going to hold them for as long as I'd really like you to, especially for areas where you in particular feel tight. So go through this with me now. And if there are any areas, any exercises that I'm showing you now that really get into those tight areas, I'd like you to work on those and hold it for longer. But relax as we do them. Oh, it's hard today. That was a tough session. Beginner or advanced. So enjoy this stretch now. Reach the arms up, press the hips down towards the heels. Doesn't matter if you can't get right down, you might be up here, depends what your mobility like in the hips. We're all made differently. Just going to walk the hands over to one side,
press it down there so I can feel that through the side I'm leaning away from.
Walking back through. Opposite side, sitting the heels back down, reaching out through. I can feel it right through my back, but definitely in that side of the body I'm leaning away from. Gently, gently, back up. I'm going to roll over onto my back here. Lie flat. Take your time with these. It's time to relax and feel good. So, bent knee, it's going to go over to one side. I'm pushing it down with the opposite hand. Other arm stays down on the floor. I'm stretching the spine out here. Really important to keep the spine mobile and not let it get stiff. We work the back today, especially exercises like press-ups. Everything needs to be engaged right through. It's good to stretch out the spine. If this arm comes up, that's fine. But what you might want to try doing is just some deep breathing. And as you exhale, just focus on letting that arm drop a bit. You might find you get a bit more mobility out of it. Switch sides now. So you aim to keep the shoulder blades down on the mat. And just pressing the leg over to the opposite side. You can look over to the other arm. If you want, that's going to get a little bit more. Stretch through the spine there. Just go gently, don't force it, there's no point. You won't get more flexible by forcing a stretch. You won't get the benefits of the stretch that way. You just got to let it happen. Ease it out. You have earned every right to feel relaxed and good about yourself after what you did today. So enjoy it. Now we're going to open out the chest because we worked the chest today. So just stand tall, stand proud, and feel my chest opening out. Palms are facing forward. I'm just extending the arms back, pushing the chest proud, pulling the shoulders back, breathing and holding. Now I'm going to open out through the upper back, like we did yesterday. Sometimes called this tree hugger. It's like you're hugging a big tree. It's going to open out. Separate those shoulder blades. Open out that upper back. We have a lot of tension there, you know. You'll swing it round a couple of times. And forward. Working right through, keeping it loose. And I'm just going to reach over to one side. And then the other. And I'm going to reach up both arms. Bring the legs in together, and I'm just going to take a couple of seconds to focus on reaching up tall, right through the body. Bring it down. Inhale. Exhale. You did absolutely amazing today. You're stronger than you think, and you're going to find that out as you repeat this video over and over the next couple of weeks. I'm really looking forward to seeing those gunshots. Awesome stuff, guys. Stand proud, walk tall for the rest of the day. You did great.